Tonight's episode of Off the Hook is presented by the Boathouse. At the Boathouse, boating is a way of life we embrace and share with our customers. We are boaters and we understand your passion to be on the water. Our passion is enriching your experience on the water.
Tonight, the Chinooks were shut out 8-0 to the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. For Wyatt Kopelman and Andrew Lind, I'm Charlie Dern. Welcome to episode 17 of Off the Hook. Wyatt, you were on the broadcast tonight. How'd that go?
Oh, it was good, Charlie. I mean, at least from the flow of it, definitely did not see any sort of plate production. Jackson Gray was a scintillating performer tonight with 3 for 4 on the night, but other than that, really just not a lot of offensive momentum to really talk much about.
Yeah, what else did you see from the press box? Andrew and I were sitting throughout the general seating area because it was just so hot. We didn't want to deal with it, but I'm sure you had a better angle.
Yeah, I had a good angle on the rebound from Joe Glassy. Gave up 5 in the third. The Rafters were aggressively attacking early and often. Really responsible for it was Kyle Teal of Virginia, and he had that RBI triple that scored 2 runs and immediately started to get things out of hand. But Joe Glassy, I do tip my cap to him. He bounced back, retired a few batters here and there, strikeouts on his book, and for Joe Glassy, he's just going to have to come out better next time. And the relief pitching actually did do a good job. I thought Mitch Miller and Joe Roundtree teamed up well to get a few strikeouts and just keep it fairly short at the end.
Yeah, and Andrew, I think we're kind of beating the dead horse here, but another sloppy game, 10 Ks at the plate. What was going on again?
Yeah, actually, it was nice to see, though, prior to the game, there was a lot of energy, and after a loss like last night, that energy just had to be there. Guys were joking around as they put on their new Wisconsin State Fair cream puff jerseys, actually, but just batting practice really light. I think the keys going forward, though, are new guys have to step up. When the Griffin Dorshings aren't playing well, when the Nathan Aids, as of late, the Sam Beers, just new guys have to find their footing, and really tonight, like you said, Jackson Gray, 3 hits, provided a little bit of spark, but not much going on. So just get on the board early against the Rafters. It has been now 8 of 11, so not the result that we've been used to against them, but just new guys, and yeah.
Well, honestly, with the Rafters, they came into this one despite having lost 8 of the last 10 matchups in this season series against the Lakeshore Chinooks in 2021. They were allowing the 4th fewest walks in the Northwoods League. That was kind of a real storyline coming into this one. How much could the Rafters hold off the Chinooks after the Chinooks allowed 14 free passes last night? Well, the Rafters really passed that test with flying colors, didn't allow more than 2, and honestly, Josh Glenn, Jackson Gray were the only ones who were getting involved, so Lakeshore's just going to have to come out sharper. It'll be interesting to see who Travis Acre can fill out in terms of the bottom third of the lineup that combined for 0 for 9 on the night with 5 strikeouts as well, so I'm just trying to see who can light a spark here. We're starting to come down to the wire in terms of games here at Capco. It'll be all about who can just step up, and it looks like it's going to be Orlando Salinas as well as Sam Beers, and a couple other guys, newcomers.
Yeah, and Andrew, now we've got one more game against the Rafters tomorrow, off day, and then we've got the Spiders again. And you talked about it yesterday, we need to take advantage of those games, but now that we're coming down to the very end of the season here, how big of a deal are those games?
Yeah, coming off the All-Star break, we had 2 big wins on the road, and although that was a 3-game break, I think this one day off on Wednesday is going to have a similar kind of impact, just a day to reset, and that's what Jim Jarecki was talking about after the game with Charlie. Was just there's a lot of pressure on these guys' shoulders because they think they have to win now, and although they have to win soon, it's not it's just taking one day at a time, living in the present moment, and just kind of putting the pieces together going forward.
Yeah, and honestly, with the Chinooks, not a lot of pressure going down the final stretch here. We only have just so many games left on the road. Most of that first half schedule was filled with road games. Now you have 8 games at home just to play in front of your home crowd, pull together some upset wins. They did it against the Dock Spiders at Herb Baker Field the other night. This has been a team that's been more dominant on the road, and more really because these road ballparks, you talk about Athletic Park, even Herb Baker Field, Witter Field, Chinooks have been able to pounce on opposing pitchers really from the start, if not in the later innings. They're hitter-friendly ballparks. Lakeshore has a ballpark here at Capco that's 404 feet to dead center, 317 down the left and right field lines. I'm just intrigued to see what can they do to sort of turn up the hitting, because at some point they're going to have to turn up the volume as they individually go back to their respective schools this fall.
Looking to bounce back tomorrow night. We're back against the Rafters at 6:35 p.m. We'll see you tomorrow.